Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. I'm here with my friend Steve. I'm stoked because I've been waiting for this for a long time. We're finally here shooting his Camaro. So you start with, it's a 70, right?
71.
Oh, it is 71, okay. Was it a clean car when you started this one?
I was the 7th owner, and it had one restoration in 1980, frame off, and it was blue, black stripes with blue interior, vinyl.
So it was a clean car. You weren't
was.
starting with like a shell rust bucket. You already had a good car to go.
Exactly.
And you were just saying before the camera's rolling, you had it. It was you had it stroked to a 383, but it was like really like a street car, right?
It was a typical hot rod. It was a candy orange looking deal. It had been at Grand National once before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had taken second place. So it did well.
Okay, so it was already a good car then.
It was a great car. No body rust. The body was perfect condition.
Yeah. So what prompted you to go, all right, I've already got a really great car. Second place at Grand Nationals, no BS. I mean, that takes something, right? So now you go, Sean Smith, design, full tear this car apart and like start over, like as if you only had a shell to work with.
Right.
What? I'm curious what prompted you to, what prompted you to do that?
Well, I had the suspension laying around. I did. I had Detroit Speed suspension laying around. And I thought, I want to put it in here. I want to see what it really runs like with Detroit Speed stuff on it.
Okay.
So it just morphed. From that point, I met Sean. And then Sean started, well, I can render this, I can do this. And I thought we'd have a plan now. Being that I'm in construction, you always start off with a plan.
Of course.
So Sean started making up the plan, and it just grew from there. And Brian saw the vision, and we went from there, and then I procured the motor.
So what prompted this was having suspension parts?
Exactly.
I love it. All right, so power in this, what is your engine?
So this is a 454 LSX. It's got a big comp cam in it, and then the MSD manifold that we did quite a bit of work to make it look like this.
What do you make power-wise with this?
So it put, I had it tuned at Westech.
Okay.
And it put down exactly 600 of the wheels and 590 foot-pounds.
Awesome.
So that's like 720 at the crank.
Yeah. God, even the headers are that color.
The entire exhaust.
All Cerakoted, right? Is that Cerakote or is it?
It's Cerakote. It's the same application you put on weapons. And so as you come back up to the mufflers, it's in several sections. It has a Helmholtz resonator and then the mufflers. And it gives it a different sound. It actually has a really high pitch kind of European sound to it.
Okay. The color combo on this car, I mean, it's the first time I saw this, the only description I have is it's such a rich combination of colors to matte everything here with a gloss background for it to sit against, so it really does pop out,
Right. And then the theme is kind of BMW, European.
Yeah.
You can see it in the car.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's definitely, especially when you start getting into the interior, you really see the European elements that have made its way into this car. Yeah. I love this intake. It's so pretty, man.
And then, like I said, we added the turn signals into them.
Which is such a cool style, man.
And then
Are those lit right now? Or?
No.
God, they almost look lit, don't they?
Yeah, but when I
Not that kind of lit, you guys.
When I turn them on, they look very impressive.
Oh yeah, there we go. Awesome. I love your splitter down here too. It's like like Trans Am style from early 70s, but
Speed Core.
It's so clean. Oh, is it Speed Core that did that?
And again, Sean designed it.
Of course. Let's come around on the side here. And those are, I assume that's Ring Brothers hood hinges?
They are.
They've become the go-to on a custom car. Like you can't do better. They look great and they function.
They're the best looking.
Without question. Well. So HRE, you can't lose with HRE.
They did a great job.
Now, is this a one-off HRE for this car, or is this a wheel that they already had and then created fitment for this car specifically?
These were one-off, and the only two cars that have them are mine and Grimm.
Oh, okay. Big brakes on here. Are they bare?
They are, and I went with the gold again that's kind of a European color combination.
For sure.
Then we pinstriped the wheel and highlighted the HRE logo, and then painted the center cap. Also orange color.
Yeah.
HRE liked that. They said they never would have thought of doing that.
That's cool that they let you change their color.
They did. They were okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Did the name come first or did the name come after infrared?
Came after, and we could not come up with a name. And then I kept Googling red and different reds, and the word infrared came up. And I ran it by Sean. He goes, I like it.
Oh.
So he liked that name. The other thing I want to point out is the glass.
Oh,
the
yeah, flush glass
by
everywhere.
Eddie Cotto. He actually went back to the Middle East to
really?
make that glass for me, yeah. Went to Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah, because nobody here will make it. The glass that's out doesn't have great fitment. You've got to fit the car. You got to modify the car to make the glass fit, which is, you know.
Ridiculous.
It is. It's not acceptable.
Completely ridiculous. And one of the things right away that stands out to me when you see this car from the side view or from the rear view here, that flushed fitting of the bumper is so tight. I mean, God forbid should you ever get hit, but God, it looks good, man.
Brian did a great job.
Yeah.
And then they took this is the original spoiler, and what they did is they extended it and brought it into this body line.
Very cool.
Yeah, you don't, it's...
Would it have normally it would have been in more?
Up about right in here.
Got it, okay.
And then they squared this off, and then they added more here.
Yeah.
And then they cleaned up this body line right here.
Yeah.
There's usually a big gap.
Yeah.
They cleaned that up.
Yeah.
And then they extended the entire body. It's 1.5 inches all the way around.
So you can get the lower. So you can
it
get
looks
the
lower
lower
than what the car is.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't see the pinch weld anymore.
Yes.
The car. So they've extended it 1.5 inches all the way around, and that was again Sean's design.
Yeah.
And while we were doing that, we again stole an idea off the BMW M5 and put the exhaust coming out of the back.
I love the exhaust tucked into the bumper, like, or the lower valance like that. It's so clean. Now this is actually, is it a stock door handle, or does it look stock and it's something completely fabricated?
So
and
we
3D'd
tried a couple of different door handle designs.
Yeah.
And we had procured a couple of different door handles, and we just said, the best looking one is the one that they designed in 1971.
Yep.
So we just painted it. We cleaned it up. We sanded it a little bit. We kind of worked it a little bit, put them back on.
But otherwise, it's
they
the stock
fit the car.
I agree, dude. I totally agree.
They fit the car, and they work.
Totally agree.
Simple.
This is another one, a nod back over to Sean and Gabes, right? Isn't this a Gabes interior? This interior is such a freak show to me. Starting with just the steering wheel alone. I'm curious, what was your thought the first time when Sean said, hey, we're gonna have the steering wheel round, but we're not gonna actually connect the bottom? Did you like that from the get-go?
I didn't understand what he was talking about.
Okay.
It was when I saw the wheel, I was kind of like, oh. All I asked was that they put the 10 and 2s
for sure
for driving.
Yeah.
And that's the only input I had.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is all Sean.
I mean, I know it's silly to say on a car that's this extraordinary, but it really is one of my favorite elements of it, because I have never, ever, ever seen that done before. Those are one-off gauges, aren't they?
One-off gauges.
Who made those?
So those are classic instruments.
Okay.
And then all the controls, everything, those, the air conditioning vents are off of a Lamborghini.
Okay.
That's so Jesus
Sean.
procured.
I mean, the pedals are just great. Are those one-off as well?
Those are from Low Car.
Okay.
But then we Cerakoted them black.
Yeah.
And then we had that brushed nickel look added to them. Just like everything is brushed nickel.
Yeah.
The shifter rod is from a 1969 Z28.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's one of the original, that's one of the old design features that we kept.
Yeah.
The seats, this is the stitching you would see on a second gen. This horizontal.
Yeah. What seat what did this come out of?
An Audi TT.
Okay.
Picked them up on eBay.
Okay. Well, man, I say we got to go drive this thing.
Figure out, okay.
We're gonna go drive this thing, you guys. Let's do it. All right, you guys, before we go for a drive, we've got merch. HELAmerch.com. We've got really cool shirts, hats, stickers, and I absolutely love our keychains. Now, let's go for a drive. Wow, man, this drive's wonderful. I mean, right from the get-go, you can tell it's a driver. Barely getting into it, you can feel it's a 600 to the tire car. Transmission feels great. Is it a Tremec?
Tremec from Bowler.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. This is a serious wow car, dude. Bye. Just amazing, dude. All right, you guys, that's it for our shoot of Steve's incredibly badass Camaro infrared. Every touch of this car, every touch is right on point. The colors, the matte engine against the gloss engine bay, the HREs, the way it drives, on and on and on I can go. This is my version of total perfection in a custom car. And I am stoked that not only did we finally get to shoot it, I finally got to drive this thing. So yes, I'm a little fired up right now. As always, you guys, thanks for hanging and watching and supporting what we do. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. All right, man, later.